On this day 2002, Robert Steinhauser kills 16 at Gutenberg Gymnasium in Erfurt, Germany before dying of a self-inflicted gunshot.
The Erfurt massacre was a school massacre that occurred on the 26th of April 2002 at the Gutenberg Gymnasium in the Thuringia state capital Erfurt, Germany. A German gymnasium is a secondary school similar to a U.S. high school or English secondary school. The gunman, 19-year-old expelled student Robert Steinhauser, shot and killed 16 people, 13 staff members, 2 students, and 1 police officer, before committing suicide. 1 person was also wounded by a bullet fragment. While Steinhauser's motive is unknown, media reports assumed it to be related to his expulsion from school without qualifications and his subsequent feeling of victimhood and hopelessness regarding his future job opportunities. Robert Steinhauser, born the 22nd of January 1983, was a student of the Gutenberg Gymnasium until early October 2001. At the end of September 2001, he had spent a few days away from school, for which he presented a mandatory medical certificate which was quickly identified as a forgery. Because of this forgery, Steinhauser was expelled. 3. Due to the regulations used in the state of Thuringia, German, Thüringen, at this time, Steinhauser on expulsion found himself with no qualifications at all, and therefore very limited job prospects. Massacre memorial plaque to the shooting. On the day of the shooting, before leaving his residence at his usual time, Steinhauser armed himself with a 9mm Glock 17 and a Mossberg 590 Mariner 12-gauge pump-action shotgun, which was unusable due to an earlier handling error. When he entered the campus, he went into the lavatories to change his clothes, donning a black ninja-style outfit. The shooting started at approximately 10:58 a.m. Steinhauser moved from classroom to classroom, pausing briefly each time in the doorway to shoot the teacher, then moving on to the next room. According to students, he ignored them and aimed only for the teachers and administrators, although 2 students were killed by shots fired through a locked door. 5 minutes after the shooting began, police arrived outside the school. Soon after, Steinhauser aimed from a window and fatally shot a police officer in the head. Before the shooter committed suicide, he was confronted by one of his teachers, Rainer Heiss, who walked up to the demasking shooter. Pausing, having established eye contact with Steinhauser, he said, "Du kannst mich jetzt erschießen. You can shoot me now." Steinhauser is said to have answered, "Verhüt reicht es, Herr Heiss. That's enough for today, Mr. Heiss." According to Heiss, he then talked to Steinhauser for a short period of time, luring him into the doorway of an empty room. When Steinhauser was in the doorway, Heiss pushed Steinhauser into the room and quickly locked the door. Steinhauser committed suicide shortly thereafter, and his body was found by police a few hours after the shooting. 71 rounds were fired throughout the whole series of shootings. The gunman killed 16 people in the massacre, 12 teachers, 2 students, 1 secretary, and 1 policeman. Reaction: Steinhauser's family issued a statement to news sources saying that they will forever be sorry that our son and brother has brought such horrifying suffering to the victims and their relatives, the people of Erfurt and Thuringia, and all over Germany. Legacy: Steinhauser's last words, "Verhüt reicht's, that's enough for today," was also the title of a controversial book about the massacre written by Ines Giepel, who alleged that there were several mistakes made by the police on the case. Giepel, and relatives of some of the victims, criticized police for the initial speed of their response. The police had initially believed there was a second gunman, leading them to retake the school one floor at a time rather than storm the entire building. Heiss was hailed as a national hero for locking Steinhauser in a room which ended the killing spree, but was later subject to backlash from some members of the public due to questions about his role. Erfurt Mayor Manfred Ruge said he fully believes Heiss, but acknowledged the teacher's rather direct and animated style combined with the vast media coverage had caused resentment in the town. The massacre led to the development of a code word that could be broadcast over the public address system to warn teachers of a shooting. Mrs. Coma is coming, which is amok spelled backwards, was later used at the Winnenden school shooting to alert teachers to that attack.